welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by, and if you're not, thank you for coming back to watch my video. Today is a hair video. Like you can tell from the title, it's how I ventilate my closures. Like I've been ventilating my closures this way recently. I have a video on how I ventilate closures, but that was last year, and like I have a new way now. It's not really different, but there's something different. So I ventilated this with that method. Can you see? I hope you can see. Yeah, so it's a 2x4 actually. It's a 2x4 closure. I hope I'm actually showing this. So yeah, there's something different about it. Like I'm not going to say, you have to watch to see what it is. So yeah, if you want to see that, if you want to see how I made this, and this is synthetic hair, by the way, this is not human hair, but this works for your human hair. Like it's just how you normally ventilate. If you want to see how I did that, please keep on watching this video. Do not skip. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Doing all these videos for you guys, so help me by watching them, okay? And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. If it's a video request, I'll try my best to do that. If you have a video request, just leave it in the comment section. I'll try to film it. So yeah, thank you, and I will see you guys. So let me apologize. I actually lost the first clip of how I did this first part, but if you watch my videos, you should have an idea of this part already. It's just the normal ventilating. So here I'm counting, right? Normally it's like this is a 2x4, so 2 inches is normally like you have 30 30 hairs in the hole. So I counted and I had more than 30, so I had to take out one. Most times it's better to have like 31, so that when you're parting, that one is going to be the middle part, so you have 15 by one side and 15 by the other side. So here I was counting to get my 15, and then I start ventilating the slanty way. Now my previous video of how I ventilate, you can go back and watch that. That's the, like my most watched video right now on my channel. You can also use that method to ventilate. I mean, I was using that and it was working fine, but now I started using this here, and I actually prefer this. So in that video I explained that when I do the back side like this, and it comes for me to part it, I usually do it in like an upside down V. So one side is going one slanty, and then the other side is also going slanty. But for this new method, I don't do everything slanty. You get? I just do a few, and then I continue doing this other pattern that is behind. So it's either I do 5 together like this, or I do 7 together. Like I'm not skipping any hole. The only thing I'm skipping is the line in between the two. Like the first one I'm doing 5, the second, and then I skip a line, and then I'm doing another line. But in between the holes I'm putting, I'm not jumping anything. I'm putting them all together, and that is because I want, as I'm putting it together, I want it to be able to cover up the side for me. Do you understand? So sometimes I put 5, sometimes I put 7, depending on how thick the hair is. If the hair looks scanty, like this hair, it looked very, very thin, but I think I still did 5. Yeah, I was doing 5. Yeah, so I was just counting here to make sure it's 5 I'm doing. So yeah, still doing the 5. I was just counting again to make sure, because it can be really confusing. I mean, the holes are tiny, so if you don't really look well, you're going to end up mixing it up or putting it in the wrong hole. And sometimes it happens to me. There were times that I was doing here that I even put up to 6, and I just didn't lose it though. I just continued. So I'm doing my 5 again together. The next one the same thing, the next one the same. So you can do your 5 or you can do your 7, but don't do more than 7 though. So the next line again, the same thing. I just wanted you guys to see and like have an idea, because I wasn't really showing everything to the end. If I was going to show everything to the end, this video is going to be more than an hour. I mean, it didn't take me 1 hour to ventilate, but to show you guys the most important stuff, it will take more than an hour. So here I have like, and bear in mind, like the first one is not going to be up to it's not going to be up to 5, it's going to be like 2 3 or like that. So I finished it, right? I finished it to the very end, like to where I was going to stop. And now this is how I do the finishing, like the inside. I just continue with this pattern that is behind and do the one line in between and then skipping one hole in between. This same pattern. I don't know if I have a video on how I ventilate with braiding hair, that is attachments. For braiding hair, I don't bother myself to do all these putting 5 together or putting 7 together, because I mean it's braiding hair, so you don't have to do this. This is the method I use for my braiding hair. So yeah, I'm doing this inside. The main thing is just for the pattern side to show that it's going in a it's going in a slanty way. Like I said, my former video, everything was going slanty, like I would continue it to the end. And yeah, for the former video, for the former way I used to ventilate, I will still do my 5 together or my 7 together. Then I start skipping in between, like I start skipping holes in between. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please just go back. The video is there, you can go and watch it to understand. But for now, I'm not doing everything in that slanty way. I am just going back to do my normal ventilating pattern here inside, and I actually prefer this. For me right now, I prefer this. Maybe it's going to get to a time where I'll try something else and I'll be feeling that method then. But right now, this is what I'm feeling, and I mean this is the this is the pattern I like. So yeah, I just thought to show you guys. Okay, so I don't know if this is clear enough, but I think you can watch it and have the idea of what I'm doing. So yeah, I continued this to the end. I didn't still show what I was doing, but like to the end, but I just came back to, now this is how far I had gone. I don't want to show you what it's looking like now. If I decide to bring it to the side, now you see it's covering. It's not showing that I did this different pattern inside, but you can see the slanty one showing there. If it was my former pattern, everything will just go slanty. It's going to still look like this, but you even know. That's the thing. So I want to show you guys how I finish the end. Now I add one more line to the top, and this end is, if you look at this net very well, there's a part where it's like this edge where they sew everything together. There's a part that is lighter than one, so where it stops being thicker, that is where you are supposed to stop at. Or if you don't know, you can just carry your measuring tape and check to see that you have exactly 4 inches, because this is a 2 by 4 inches. So I just added one more line so that everything is in line, so that it's not like I didn't really finish it. Now adding this one more line is going to make everything look good. No, I think after here I added again. Let me see. Yeah, this was it. Yeah, no, this wasn't it. Sorry, I went back to add one more line because there's this last one from the slanty way is still kind of out. So this last line that I added here is now making it look perfect. Now there are times that I don't really start from the edge, I start from the middle and then take it out, okay, just so I don't get confused. You can also try it. So I add one there, and yeah, everything is in line, and I just do the same. I'm skipping one hole and I'm putting in next, and as I'm skipping and I'm putting in next, you notice that the one on top, right, has a hole directly under it. So also, if I was to add another line on top of this, if I'm putting in one hole, it's going to have a missing hole directly under it or on top of it, like that. So yeah, this is all of it for this part, and I went ahead to do the next part. And you always have to stop where that white thread that they used to sew the net ends. Yeah, so combine it looks so nice already. I was liking it. even though I didn't think it was going to come out this fine, but yeah, it came out. You guys can see the other hairs I have on the table that I have to ventilate. So it looks so fine, it looks very good, it looks very neat. And then now for the second part, it's also the same thing from my former method. I'll always turn it so that I am able to ventilate properly. So the same thing, I'm going to start, but like I said, the first one doesn't really have to be 5 because you are just starting from the end. Now for my pattern, usually I have a line, like a straight line, to demarcate my left side from my right side. Some people can say they want a bigger pattern, so you have to have like two. If you want a bigger pattern, then you need to skip, like you have to have 2 lines in between. If you look at your nails properly, looking at it like this way from top to bottom, like from the top of the lace to the bottom of it, you see that the lines are like there is actually lines going straight. So that line going straight is what is going to serve as your demarcating line. I hope you understand what I'm saying though. If you don't understand, just ask me in the comment section. I will try to answer. So going on, I continue to do my 5 together. Like I said, if I was using my former method, I'll still do this together and then I'll continue in the same slanty way, but skip one hole, put in one hole, skip one hole, put in one hole, but in the slanty way. But this, I don't do that anymore. Instead, I just go straight, just like you saw when I was doing the other side. So yeah, the same thing, and it's already forming. My pattern is forming already and everything is looking good. Okay, all these things like ventilating is, you have to use your head and calculate. You can't even say you're going to copy someone's own. You can actually watch and have an idea of how they do, but the more you ventilate, the more you think, oh okay, let me try this. And when you try, you see that it actually works. I didn't check this from anybody. I mean, I just thought, okay, why don't I do this way, and it's actually working for me. So yeah, I get comments like, how do you do this? You don't have to do it exactly the way I do it. The thing is, just have an idea of how to do your double knotting, how to do the different patterns. Then when you are ventilating, you yourself will know what will work for you. You yourself will think, okay, should I do this or should I not do this? Okay, so but if you want to ventilate, I mean, I'm making the video for you guys to see how I ventilate now. If you feel you want to actually use this, then you can. Whether you want to do your double knotting, I usually ventilate with the single because that is what my customers ask for. They mostly ask for single, only if you ask for the double. But yeah, whether the single, whether the double, whether the split knotting or the just the normal double, this will work no matter what pattern you are using, whether it's also synthetic hair or it is actual human hair. So I finished all of that and then I got to the top just to save time and to not make the video long. I wanted to show you guys what it's looking like right now and also to show you the end of it. So I just continued to almost the top, still doing my 5 together, and then filling it up also. It's like I said, it's either you do 5 or you do 7. If you do more than 7, it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much actually, especially if you are using like human hair. And I told you this hair is very very thin, very 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 thin. So yeah, either you do your 7 or you do your 6. I'm sorry, either you do your 7 or you do your 5. Yeah, nothing new. You've seen this already, so just keep on watching. So I got to the edge and wanted to show you how I end it. Now the last one that I'm doing is just going to be facing the last one on the left hand side. You're just going to be facing it directly. Okay, if you do the last one and it's higher, then you should know that now you're supposed to take it out. And I did just 4, so I went back to add one more. Like I told you guys, there are times that I don't even put up to 5, there are times that I do more than 5, but if I don't put up to 5, I check for where it's missing and then I go back and add. So this is what it's looking like now. Let's turn it over and fill it up so that you guys can see how I actually end it. So yeah, let's start. So for the filling, for the ending, it's still the same thing. Now this very one I'm doing looks like it's going to be the last, but it's not actually the last. Now you see the mistake that happens. I mistakenly put it in the wrong hole, like one above where I was supposed to. So I just pulled it out, and yeah, and then I continued. So if I put this now to this, if I put this very one now, you're going to see that it looks like this is where it all ends, but no, this is not where. God, what kind of accent is that? This is not where it ends. Okay, so after this very line, I just went ahead to put again, and the last one I put was actually in line with the last one on this other side that I finished already. Now just watch and see. Can you see that? No, I've not started, but yeah, can you see? It's now in line, like exactly the same parts. Had even I was not making a pattern, it's just going to be on the same thing. Like no, one is not up, one is not down. Everything is equal. Everything is where it's supposed to be, and that is that. Like that is that. This is not so hard. It's not even hard at all. If you watch this, you're going to understand. As long as you know how to ventilate already and you know all the patterns, this is not something hard. So yeah, this is how I ventilate my closures now. Even when I'm doing my T-part frontals, it is the same way. I still do this thing. For the T-part frontals normally have patterns, right? Although I've not done anyone that doesn't have a pattern, but yeah, this is what our closure is looking like. This is how I ventilate now in this 2023. I think I started this in, like I said, this year. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Most of you that watch my videos are not subscribed. I don't know what you are waiting for. I don't know. And if you know you're skipping, go back and watch, because I'm sure I said something that you didn't hear. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. If you have any comments, you can leave it in the comment section. Can you see how clean the back is? Yeah. So you guys, I'll see you back. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.